Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. And we have this 2019 X7 BMW X7 back at the shop here. We did one little repair a few months back. It wasn't even maybe a couple months. Somebody had busted the oil drain plug thread into the oil pan. So we made there are kits that you can buy and just make a little bit bigger thread, and they come with the new drain plugs. That's what we did, trying to save money to this person. This car is fairly new. I believe it has like 30,000 miles, and the car is back here because the customer claimed that the car was overheating, had an overheating message, and it didn't work, and then he couldn't run it or something. So I just scanned the car. So this is for you guys when you try to diagnose these things. We have a bunch of codes. I mean, I'm talking like a whole load of them. But the main thing coming from the DME, in this case, ECU, and BMW calls it DME. So we have this strange, so we're gonna pay attention to the permanent codes. We have a strange battery detection recognition, serial number not the same after battery exchange. That's a strange one. Then we have an intermittent message flashing DME, and I tried to actually start the car. The car does not want to start. It goes click, and then it gives up, and then the whole car tries to go to sleep. And I put I had a jump starter box, and at this point, then looking at these codes, I realized that it actually has a permanent code for the starter. So overheating, threshold value actuation, blah blah blah, and you have the same thing on the, again, blocked starter, critical threshold value, blah blah blah, pinion starter, vehicle voltage, then start system, attempt to start the engine, power management, battery. Okay, so in this case, the most important thing would be for you to kind of comb through these messages, is to try to see which one is the most important one. Because remember, when German cars go down in voltage, and you try to do all these startups, they'll start throwing very, very crazy codes, and you need to start ignoring. So you're gonna ask the question, which one I ignore in this case? Well, look for the permanent first. And in our case, we have the pinion starter, because we tried to start the car, or I tried to start the car and it wouldn't start. So at this point, we already called the dealer, because this starter is not available from anywhere else. And at that point, this starter is very expensive, so we're gonna have to call the customer, and he doesn't have a choice. I mean, he's got to replace it. And what else? The message with the battery. So this is basically that system where with BMWs, when you replace a battery, you need to register the battery through the system of the car, so that the car knows that it has been replaced, what battery has been installed, this and that. This is how these BMWs, the charger system works. So in order to see that if something is going on with the battery, obviously the first thing that you can do is you can go in the back. We have a secondary battery on this vehicle in the front, but we'll look first at the main battery. So the main battery is here in the trunk area, and in this cap, I'm gonna open it, and as we can see, actually this is a BMW battery. It doesn't seem to have been replaced. It looks kind of old because you can see dirt and stuff on top of it. So in this case, I'm going to ignore this code because I think this code was created by the computer system when the car was attempting to start, and there is a secondary battery here in the trunk area, or the front engine area, and it's on this side here. And I just looked at this battery. This is original battery, BMW, so it seems to be the original one that came with the car. I don't have a code on that one. You should have a code on that one if there's a problem with it. So this is at this point. The diagnostic goes to the direction of where we're going to replace the starter. And of course, after we replace the starter, I'm going to try to at this point, because most of these actually codes are intermittent, I'm going to ignore them, even the permanent ones, because there's too many, and I believe this is because of the low voltage in the car. It was throwing these codes. The car was actually throwing these codes and all this, from all the different modules. So I'm going to, after we replace the starter, I'm going to erase these codes, and I'm going to run the car, and I'm going to see if we have anything new. But at this point, this is the diagnostic, and again, this is the main code here, 216113. Everything else is related to it. The 216112 is related, and yep, this is what we're gonna do. And hopefully we can get the starter soon so we can replace it, and I'll try to make another video. Thank you. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope I've a good help for you guys, and please subscribe to the channel, and thanks very much.